Hey guys, it's Brett here with Team KYGO, and this is Michael Sneed, who got top 8 at the Louisville Regional. You want to go ahead and show us your deck profile?
Yeah, I played Pendulum Magicians. It's the deck I'm most comfortable with in this format, plus it's the best one, so it worked out with me. I played 41 cards and went X1-1 at the regional, only drawing to ABCs and losing to the mirror match because he had Godlike. But it is what it is. I had a lot of fun, and we'll go ahead and get into the deck profile. I played 3 Jokers. This is pretty standard. It searches all the cards you want. I played 2 Sorcerers. This card's great. Pops your scales, searches for what you want. 3 Wisdom Eye. Card's great. 3 Harmonizing. Fantastic. The thing I hate most about this fucking card is just running out of Magicians to summon. 3 Double Iris. Dealing double battle damage and searching for the best trap card in the game at the moment is pretty good. 3 Purple Poison, beats Masterpiece, and pretty much deals all the damage you could ever want, and pops cards. Card's great. 3 Black Fang Magician. This is probably my favorite one to like make plays with, because against ABC, he gives you a lot of the grind game you need by being able to target the Buster, and if they don't tag out, you can beat it in battle. But obviously they'll tag out and they'll put their monsters on board, and then you can summon another monster and continue making plays. It lets you get Time Star back from the graveyard, lets you get Enlightenment Paladin back from the graveyard, and my tech card back from the graveyard. I love the card. This is probably my favorite one. Oath Dragon Magician, I played it at 2. I never wanted to banish my only copy off of Desires, and plus in simplified game states where like your extra deck spot is took up, or in Paleos where they flip your extra deck monster face down, you can tribute your extra deck monster and put this in the main deck monster zone, so you can Pendulum summon from your extra deck again. 2 Astrograph, it's the perfect number. Then my 1 tech card, Perform Pal Odd Eyes Dissolver. It's a level 8 scale 4 dark spellcaster with 2000 attack and 2600 defense. Its scale effect doesn't matter. Its monster effect says before damage calculation, you can special summon when a pendulum monster is battling that you control. You can special summon it from your hand, and if you do, that monster can't be destroyed by that battle. And then he says during the main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control. You have to use this card. You have to use monsters you control or cards in the Pendulum Zone. So you're only making Vortex Dragon with this. But you can send this card off of Time Star to the graveyard and summon it back off of Black Fang. So you really shouldn't ever brick this card, which is why I like it. 2 Ash and 1 Maxi. I only had 2 Ash, I only played 2. I couldn't find a third to borrow. It worked out fine. I drew it quite a bit. There were some times where all day I wish I had the third one, but I didn't, so I had to deal with it. Spell cards, we played 3 Duelist Alliance. This is the best spell card in your deck besides this one. This one lets you grind. That's all I gotta say about it. This card is one of the best cards in the deck. Then you play the 1 Pendulum card just because you have to. You play 3 Wavering Guys. I fucking hate this card, but you have to play it. This was the worst card for me all day. Very worst card. I only played 2 Desires. I'm not comfortable with 3. All my playtesting has been with 2. I never wanted to open 2 or draw another one off the Desires, so I only play 2 and it's fine. And then 2 Trap cards. Trap card's great. That's it for the main deck. I'll move on to the extra deck. The extra deck, I played double Time Star. I made Time Star twice. I made 2 Time Stars 4 times all day, and that was the main decision on why. In the mirror match, I really always want this card on the board, literally all the time. There's never a point in the mirror match where you shouldn't have this card on board, so I wanted to play 2 just for the mirror match, and in the off chance that the second one came up in other matches. So 2 was fine. Tornado Dragon, this card's great. I saw a lot of the Pendulum players that I went in the mirror match would always make this card to like strain for their trap card, but I don't think that plays any good. Like if you just can't get to the trap card without making Tornado Dragon, I think it's better to just go into Time Star and deal with not having the trap. Castell, this card was fantastic. I put this card in here for the mirror match whenever they would summon a Beals against you, because the deck really doesn't have a main out to Beals. So I put Castell in for the Beals, and it turned out that this card actually ended up very great against ABC. I would put one of the pieces back that they didn't have a copy of already, so I would force them into top decking either hanger or the other piece in order to make a buster. So this card was fantastic. Abyss, like you can bait people into tagging the buster out with just by targeting it with Black Fang, and so they would tag out, and then you can go into your extra deck and put one of the pieces back with Castell, and so that's the main reason I used it. Dweller, that card's great against ABC as well. This card fucking sucked. I would never play this card again, but I did anyway. Whatever. This card's great. It gave me game once all day, and then you just play it for the Trickstar matchup. This was the best card in the extra deck all day. Utopia Lightning. This card beats everything. This is supposed to be Beals, but I just sold mine because I'm not going to be playing this deck anymore. It's time for the format to switch up. Beals is good. Never made it all day though. Ignister, good. This card's fucking great. Now, no one knows what this fucking card does, and it blows them out. Enlightenment Paladin, even the Pendulum players I play against don't know what this fucking card does. Enlightenment Paladin was my second favorite card in the extra deck all day. I OTK'd a guy with just an Enlightenment Paladin, and it was just fantastic. I used this card to get back a Duelist Alliance to search for the trap for the next turn. It was really good. I love this card. Omega, I made it once all day. It wasn't, impressive, but I mean, it's there. You can make it. And then Vortex Dragon. This is the only card in your extra deck that you're making with the Dissolver Dragon. This card in simplified game states against ABC just flat out beats them. You just keep it in defense mode and Pendulum summon cards from your hand. So this card can beat ABC once you get them into the point to where all they're doing is making busters. Side deck, my side deck wasn't too fantastic, but I didn't have a lot of the cards I wanted, so I just went with what I had. 3 Denko Sekkas. I had this in for Pure Dracos and Paleo, and I never saw either of those decks all day, so I didn't side these cards. I have no comment. Game of Seal and Kamungus. These are for like ABC and the Draco matchup. I sided against Burning Abyss, and that's the only time I saw either of these. I saw this one, and it was the last card I drew before I beat the Burning Abyss guy. So those cards are good. 3 system downs. I played ABCs 3 times yesterday and never saw this card once. I had 6 cards in my deck at one point, max C the guy on my turn, and still never saw it. 2 Cyclones. I only had 2, so that's all I got. It was a good card. 3 D barriers for the mirror match. It's also a good card. And then I didn't have the 3rd Cyclone, so I just played 2 Solemn Scoldings all day. It's not really for a specific matchup, but if you go first and you set this card with the trap card, it can either bait the out to the trap card or just bait another one of your opponent's plays. I never saw it, so I have no comment. Card's good when it's good, it's extremely terrible when it's terrible. That's my deck profile. I played 41 cards, and we had a lot of fun at the regional. Shout out to TTD Cards here in Frankfurt. It's where I play in my local card shop. Woo. TTD Cards in Louisville. You guys should come down and see us in either Frankfurt or Louisville, either one. Shout out to Wesley and Brett and Cody and all the people that were there supporting me all day. It's my first regional top 8, and that's what I came there to do, so I succeeded. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Michael. Thank you very much. This is Brett with Team KYGO signing off.